face. No, or little monkey with the ears, the eyes over it. So can we figure out, our technical crew, what's going on that we have no agio on our YouTube page? You guys let us know when you hear the audio.
It's a quick fix. I think we know.
Really?
It's good now.
Good now? Okay, great. You guys, you should be able to hear us if you're watching on our YouTube page. By the way, I just want to tell you we're still running our contest, which will end this week. If you leave us a review on iTunes, go to Hey Frase Podcast. We're like the fourth one that pops up. Who else has a Hey Frase?
They copy the name. That's not allowed.
You know what? But
it's
people
like a similar
always
name.
Jump on your success. You know, they really do. Like the minute you got anything going, boom, they're on it. So we want to get to about 700 reviews. We're almost at 500 reviews. So if you leave a review, just boop, hit 5 stars. Tell us what you love about the show. You can tell us what you want to hear more of, what you want to hear less of. You're automatically entered to win over $100 in Brewmate products. If you haven't heard of Brewmate, they have invented this really cool wine-salator and the wine-salator cups. They also do stainless steel straws. They have a really cute mermaid-colored flask that's like got a bedazzled top. It's so adorable. So just enter, screenshot it. You can DM us. You can just hit us up on Instagram, on Snapchat, wherever we are. Let us know that you did a review, and then boom, you'll be entered to win. And we'll pick our first winner on Friday. People are saying it's back. Audio is here. Yay, Brooke! Yay! Black poodle skirt. We're on. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Well, all you really missed was Sarah and I were just loving on each other. That was all.
We always do that. We do that every day.
Every day. You got to pump each other up.
We got tons to talk about on the show today. So you finally are getting caught up on Game of Thrones. We'll talk about that because that's coming out very soon.
Okay, yeah. And you were like, how caught up are you? Do you have one more season? I was like, no, I'm episode 3, season 1, but like going strong, guys.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's like, what, one a week? Like, I mean, that's like girl, we got to get you the caught the fuck up.
Well, I'm going to do this YouTube thing where it's like a Spark Notes for each season. So you can watch a full season in 20 minutes. They just like chop it all together.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
And then when I have time, which is like never, maybe in 20 years when I'm retired, I'll go back and I'll watch the whole thing through. But for now, I got time for Spark Notes.
I don't even think you need to, actually. Like, I think the Spark Notes will be enough.
Well, I've heard that it's a very slow moving show.
Yeah,
maybe all I need is Spark Notes.
The season 1 was the best by far.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying it. That's why I want to keep watching, but
it goes downhill from there.
Oh, no.
It does. They like rape and murder all the women, and then they're like, oh, don't worry about it. Like the women they'll be the victors in the end. Really? Yeah, well, you killed half of them and destroyed their lives on the way.
I have seen a couple rapes, kind of. I thought it was like more, you know.
Oh, it gets
I've got
worse.
a lot to see. What?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, absolutely. Hang in there. I believe me, I wanted to abandon it so many times.
Wow.
So many times. Schman is the only reason I keep going. Because Schman loves the show.
It, right.
Schman loves television. He's very into TV. Then he reads up on all the theories and the innuendo and all this crap. So in order to spend any time with Schman when he's not at work, I have to watch television. So it's like that, and now I'm waiting for my fucking Avengers tickets. Like, you know.
Oh, that's going to be a big one.
I don't know anything about it. I just know that people are like freaking out because they were trying to get their Avengers tickets. I don't even know anything about the Avengers. I couldn't even tell you.
Same with Schman. Like, he's excited.
Oh, Schman, Schman and like his buddy, they go to all the Marvel movies.
Really? That's his like buddy to watch movies. Like, he doesn't even ask you.
He and Scruggs. Yeah, they go to all of them. They go have their bro dates, and they like go to like the 11 p.m. Yes.
I find it funny because you were trying to hook me up with Scruggs at one point, and I was like, I'm sorry, is he just like Schman? Like, is this a...
I say, how long? I feel like that was really long ago because now he's married with a kid. So like,
Hey,
that was years ago, right?
Oh. No, we were getting drinks, and you were like, you know who's cute and you would really get along with? Scruggs. and then we were with Shimano, and Shimano was like,
this was like years ago, right?
Probably, yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Alcohol has fuzzed my brain.
AJ is truly the best because, honest to God, like everything that we talk about, that we're not supposed to talk about, she like brings up on the show. It's the best.
You never disclose that I can't talk about it, and then after the show, you're like, "We were never supposed to say that." I'm like, "Well, bitch, give me a disclosure."
I know I've got to, and I never do because I always hated that. Like people, I don't know.
Like, I'll tell you this, but don't tell anyone, and then I won't.
I always think at the end, people need to be like less concerned. Who cares? It's like, can we discuss, we need to talk about Justin Bieber pregnancy prank. Was I the only person that didn't know that was offensive?
I didn't until I read his post about it.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the new device from Japan that now allows men to breastfeed.
Oh, 100%. Because this is Schman in a product.
And we also, we have a love-hate relationship with the Kardashians because I am obsessed. I do think they're an incredible brand.
I think they just
They're
market
genius.
themselves
I know.
geniusly.
I think they're so genius. But so, Poosh is Kourtney Kardashian's new website.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Kourtney,
That's my Kourtney.
you've apparently come out with a new salad recipe that the internet is having a field day making fun of.
Yeah, it's basically just like avocados, eggs, and air. And that's the main ingredients. It's really yummy.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Sounds like a joke to me. Right.
Oh,
I
well,
need
the
some
one that she actually
sustenance.
put out for real is
Yeah.
it's a complete joke.
It was similar to what I just said, though.
Complete fucking joke. And it's very, very similar.
Yeah. I mean, those are the two main ingredients in our salad. We'll get into it because I cannot.
And then we also have a special guest. So I'm hosting a movie premiere this Sunday night for The Last Cry.
Which is really cool. You're
Very
hosting
cool.
a movie premiere.
I'm really, really excited about this. So it's a female director and producer, which I'm all about. We're all about women empowerment on the show. Yes!
Yes, bitch.
Which we're also going to talk about the
bitch.
new Chicago mayor. I'm obsessed with her. But Sophia Pellegrino is going to be on the podcast today. So she is the director of the movie The Last Cry. It's an open screening this Sunday night. Kicks off at 5 p.m. We're going to give you all the details if you want to come to that because it is open to the public. And the movie is really, really good. It's basically about a woman had a very difficult childhood. Her father ended up dying, who was kind of her guardian. She almost sort of becomes an orphan, and then she's just really taken advantage of in different ways in life, and how she overcomes that and sort of joins this badass society that her father was. It's a little, I think it's like a little sci-fi yet this really great story of how women kind of overcome some things that give us low self-esteem to really gain our power.
Really cool and not based on true events. This isn't all a fiction movie.
I don't believe so, but I could be wrong.
It sounds like a really cool storyline.
I know. I think it could be really, really cool.
Is it
too.
based in modern time or
Yeah.
back? Oh, okay.
Yeah, New Age. Shot
Really
in New
cool.
York City, but she's having a
Really?
big
Shot in New
premiere here in D.C.
Is she from DC or what's with the DC premiere?
I think, originally from this area.
Okay.
Then shot it there and is doing like a multi-city tour.
Oh, okay. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Is
so-
DC one of her first?
Yeah, one of her first premieres.
Nice.
Yep. She's already been in the LA Cinema Fest, as well as Silver Award Independent Short Awards. The film won for that. So it's really cool. So now here she is. So I'm excited to have her on. So we'll have her on later on in the show.
Amazing. I've always wanted to go to a
Amazing.
film festival, Sundance.
We'll get into the show right now. I want to thank a few of our sponsors. So in addition to the Brewmate giveaway that we're doing, we also love Dr. Mary from Total Dental Care in Germantown, Maryland. You guys got to make your appointment and tell her that the Hey Frase podcast sent you. Total Dental Care is a one-stop shop for all your dental needs: general dentistry, periodontics, oral surgery, orthodontics, pediatric dentistry, sedation, and so much more. Believe me, they can do everything with sedation, and it's so awesome. Boop, you get a Valium, you go to bed, you rest, then you get some laughing gas. How can you be afraid of the dentist anymore? You can't. She does everything from teeth whitening, night guards, screens, and grafts. And the reason that Mary and her partners got together is they were tired of rushing patients in and out. So they really make sure to take care of you. And on top of that, what I love about her is she's just so technical with everything that she does. So you go in and she completely she gives you a cancer screening, and she's like, I sense some tension here. What's going on? She's like a little therapist and a tooth reader all in one. She's the best dentist I've ever been to.
Really?
Oh, 1,000%. You're never going to get anybody better. Plus her office is like a spa. You sit down in the
Yes, that's
massage
true.
chairs. And then of course I'm always like, I need double Novocaine. She's like, okay, boop, boop.
I need to get teeth whitening.
They do
She
teeth
specializes-
whitening too.
That's
Yeah.
what I want.
So go to TotalDentalCareMD.com, make your appointment today, and be sure to tell her that the Hey Frase podcast sent you. Also, one of our new sponsors that we love, and I've been getting messages from you guys because you all have been ordering your boxes, is FabFitFun. We're super excited to have them on board. We actually have a box today. It's got your swell mug that you get, a jump rope filled with lotions, gift cards. There's so many good things in here. $50 gift card right here to HelloFresh. Boop! I mean, how much more can you want? It's amazing. It's filled with fabulous gifts. FabFitFun is a great gift for yourself or a loved one. Surprise your mom or your sister with a spring box, which is out right now, as a gift to show your thanks and love. If you've got a mom coming up for Mother's Day, it's perfect. Everybody looks forward to getting them. We're obsessed. This box is so cute, isn't it?
very spring. And also it was weighed like 20 pounds. There must be so much in there.
There's so many juicy things. FabFitFun is a seasonal subscription box delivered 4 times a year with full-size beauty, fashion, home, fitness, and wellness products for just $49.99 a box. But of course, you're not going to pay that because you're a fan of Hey Frase and AJ on the mic. So we've got a deal for you. Full-size products, no samples of anything. Every box is guaranteed to have over $200+ in retail value. The 2019 spring box total retail value is between $347 and $355. That's a steal. Hello? 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 Are you standing by right now to get your order? Fantastic value. Great for discovering new brands and products. What a better way to shop. So you can have one of these great boxes like AJ and I have. Sign up for FabFitFun today. These boxes always sell out, so use my code HeyFrase to get $10 off your first box. Go to fabfitfun.com to sign up and start getting the box for a life well lived. Use promo code HeyFrase to get $10 off your first box. That's over $200 in value for just $39.99. Go to FabFitFun and use code HeyFrase. Get $10 off your first box. So I have to thank Alyssa was on. She ordered her box. Karen ordered her box, which I absolutely love. And also my girlfriend Tia, who lives in New York, just ordered one through our subscription. So thank you guys for doing that.
Okay, putting in the Hey Frase code.
Put in that Hey Frase code. We absolutely love you. We love you. All right, so I did this video last night because I didn't realize Justin Bieber.
Yes.
Monday was April Fool's Day. By the way, everyone loved our April Fool's prank because we did the first interview with Aunt Becky and Olivia Jade. Did you see, by the way, that Lori Loughlin was out in Boston with her husband, like signing autographs, shaking hands, all smiles? Bitch, you're about to go to jail. Like, what the fuck?
They were just doing appearances, acting like nothing's happening.
Actually, I think it was like a court-related appearance. I think
they were still signing autographs and like, doing all smiles.
She was signing autographs yesterday in Boston, like all smiles.
She must be on that good antidepressants. How can you just walk around without any remorse? You got to be a little delusional.
You got the good Zoloft.
Who's your doctor?
Who's your doctor?
Okay.
Somebody real good.
That's insane. But Monday, it was April Fool's.
Monday was April Fool's. So our joke was that we interviewed Olivia Jade and Aunt Becky. People loved, by the way.
I thought it was funny.
It was funny as shit. Yeah. It was really great. You did a really great job helping pull that off. It was awesome.
Well, because you come in with all these amazing ideas, and we had to pull them together in like literally 10 minutes, guys. She was like, pull clips, Olivia Jade. So we were like going through old Full House clips. And I mean, it was really funny. You got to see literally we were like acting back in the 80s was the easiest job ever. Like if you go back and watch Full House, it's a joke.
It was so bad. Like, I don't even know how they found that humor. Like, literally.
The laugh track.
The laugh track was so bad. And Uncle Jesse would just come in the room and he'd be like, whoa. And then everyone would be like, Jesse.
You got it, dude. And like, that was like the funniest thing of the episode. And you're like, what?
I know. Now you look at that humor and you're like, so lame. How'd I watch this shit?
And most of the family sitcoms were like that. Like, all of them.
So bad. The only one that's held up is I'm now watching Unsolved Mysteries.
Of course you are. I mean... It's literally no surprise at all. Okay.
It's so good. It's so good. Of course, and what I love is like it was back in the late 80s, early 90s, right? So there's zero DNA. Like the police like hardly showed up. They're like one radio amongst them all. So they get there like 4 hours after like someone's abducted. They're like, "What'd you guys see?"
And
they're
it's
like,
not
nothing.
funny, but that's so true.
It's so true. It's like
there's
the
no
best.
body cams either. So like you have to go all by accounts. And like one of the police officers is just like this chubby guy who just hits up Dunkin' Donuts, and like you just can't believe his account.
There's never been a truer name because not one fucking mystery is solved. Like, they're all unsolved at the end. They're like, if you have any information on the passing.
On this episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah. 1 of 100.
Yeah.
Wow.
On this episode, all season long, we haven't solved one fucking thing. If you know where Karen Daya could be.
It's not funny, but it's so accurate.
There's not one camera anywhere. You know, like no cities had cameras, right? So they're like
no surveillance.
She drove off into a cornfield and now she's gone. No one saw her for 14 days. Then they reported her missing. You're like, 14 days?
Like we stopped my uncle.
You're like, there's no camera, there's no DNA, there's no like gas station recording. You're like, what's there to fucking go on?
Literally crazy people's accounts, right? But like we stopped by the guy's corner house and he said, well, I saw her about 3 hours ago on the cornfield. And you're like,
yeah, that's it. They interview people on Unsolved Mysteries from 1991. They're like,
oh boy.
I think the last time I saw her was 10 days ago and she was at the Walmart. You're like, 10 days? That's not a lot to go on.
Oh boy.
They're all unsolved. Back to Justin Bieber.
Back to J. Biebs. That was like a whole thing of combo.
We're all over the place, aren't we? I mean, we really are. But I've always.
Hopefully, you're following along.
Everybody is. I mean, isn't a podcast a random stream of consciousness unless you're doing like some sort of true crime shit?
Yeah, that's like super produced.
Yeah. So he pulls this prank where essentially he and Haley Baldwin pretend that they are pregnant, but they're not. Okay, so it's all April Fools. They put up a sonogram, which this is how stupid I am. I thought the sonogram, people were like, when we posted it on Hey Fraser account, people were like, you guys, that's a fucking 9-month-old child. It's fully developed.
Correct.
I was like, I'm sorry. I thought it was like.
But then, so people were joking on that, but then he did after that a post about Haley like on the stirrups, like holding her belly, and it looked like not that big. So she's obviously only like 2 months pregnant, supposedly. And then, the baby was a damn well near larger than a baby raccoon. I mean, that was a baby.
So, full on baby. People were very triggered by that. And I didn't realize this, but apparently you're not supposed to make April Fool's jokes about women being pregnant. Like, because it triggers people who can't have kids. 1 in 4 women have had a miscarriage. 1 in 8 can't conceive at all. But my question is, really? Are people, like, my father's died of cancer. That doesn't mean...
you can't make cancer jokes.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't.
Yes, you should. Like, why? I mean, come on. He, like, was a funny guy. Like,
he would want to be... Yeah.
Like, tragedy happens to all of us. Like, I mean, are we going to not laugh at anything?
I guess, I mean, I totally see their point about not being able to have kids. And I have a whole idea about that, like what's been causing this whole, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'd wait till you're like already a TV star. Wait till you have more followers, because everyone can't wait to unfollow you right now. Not you personally, like everybody.
No, but
like
it's
now,
true.
like literally you post
Anything
like
you
one
say.
dump and people are like, unfollow.
Hit that unfollow button.
Everything. I mean, honestly, you post like the sun's not shining. People are like, I'm unfollowing you.
Okay, I'm
well,
too lazy
enjoy.
for that. I just like keep on following. But I think when I first saw it, I thought it was a funny joke. It's obviously April Fool's, so like how far did they think they were going to get with the joke? But then you do think about the women that can't conceive, and you're like, ugh, that's got to be rough. But it's Justin Bieber. He's a young kid. He's going to play a prank, right?
Well, I think okay, so obviously I don't know if I can get pregnant or not.
I was going to say all fun and games until we realize Sarah actually.
And I'll be like,
the
you know what?
eggs
Is
are
it funny?
There's always adoption.
Oh, please. I'm ready to adopt. I
Foster
want to
care.
adopt. I find it hard. Like, people now ask me all the time, do you feel like you should have a child and bring them into this world with climate change? My
That's
question
the least
is,
to be honest, that's the least of our worries.
I have had
I think.
3 people ask me,
Climate
and
change?
Dan, if
I mean,
we are
it's a
taking
huge-
climate change into consideration having a kid. We have some whacked out friends.
It's a huge issue, but there's a lot. Like, what about the cultural violence? Like, that's big.
I think for me, it's more like there's so many kids in this world who don't have anybody, who like are in the foster care system, who need a good home. It's like, to me, I feel worse about how do I bring a child into this world when there are kids that need a home? And Dan and I will be good parents. I mean, we're not going to be like the best parents, but like.
You're going to be better than living in an orphanage.
Yeah. And it's like.
Hey, you should really think about adoption, though.
I want to adopt. I mean, I want to try to have one of our own kids because this is it. This is like the window for us to have it.
It's 1 year, honey.
Because I just, I think it would be funny, like, to see, like, what our child will end up like, because Dan's, like, very dry and has, like, no real personality. And then I'm, like, life. But he's very smart.
Dan is death and I am life.
Yeah.
Day and night, yeah.
I can't wait because I have this theory that we're going to have, like, 3 kids. 1 or 2 adopted and then 1 of our own. But I feel like we're going to have a daughter first. And this, I'm sure, is complete, just absolute bullshit. Like, it'll completely not be like this. And then we'll have a son. And I feel like my son and I are going to be like Melissa and Joan Rivers. Like, my son is going to be like the straight guy to my crazy.
Yeah.
But my daughter is going to be like Schman. Like, probably quiet and not funny, but not like really out there. Like, Dan's very private.
Right. He's an introvert
Total
as compared
introvert.
to you.
Yeah, he's death and I'm life.
You can read your pinky finger, the one, and how many lines you have is supposed to tell you how many kids you're going to have.
Stop it. Shut the front door. Which finger?
So
like, does it matter?
Your dominant finger, and then you read the one closest to the palm, however many lines.
Okay, wait. Do I start here or do I start like in the middle? Like, because I have 3.
Yeah, so the bottom one, closest to the palm.
So this one?
In that separator, you read how many lines.
Between here and your knuckle.
Right.
That's only looking like 1.
All right, kid. All right, sis. So you're going to have 1 real one, and then you're going to adopt.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's great when
really
you
wanna adopt.
bring a kid into the world and you also adopt, and they learn, to respect others.
Let me just shake the water off my tits. Okay.
I was going to say that it's only water. It's fine.
I do. I really want to adopt it. We started doing we started doing a lot of research on fostering kids,
That
which
too.
I know there's some people that listen to this podcast that foster. Fostering is hard because you have to give the child back. Like most of the
Hopefully
time
you end up adopting, but yeah.
Yeah, but when we started going to the classes, they were like, we can sometimes place a child or their siblings back with the family like 3 or 4 times. Like
3 or 4 times?
Yes, because they said ultimately, if there's any sign of like the parents getting it together or being able to have the kids, the best thing for the child is to be with their biological parents. And we're like, really? And they said yes.
Wow.
So sometimes kids will go and then they'll come back and live with you. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle it.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
be
know
in
if
a
I can-
really good, safe place, right? You have to have like a stable job. I mean, we're all over the place. That's why it's hard to know what our schedule is.
But I just can't I don't know if I could stand by and witness that. You know what I mean?
It'd be really hard.
Because I understand many things can happen in life that you could lose your kids the first time. Absolutely. Absolutely. There are so many things out there. But then you get them back only to do something destructive again, to lose them again. It's like, I don't know. But I'm trying to think it through. So anyway, we'll see.
So on April Fools, don't joke about getting pregnant. I wanted you to do an April Fools about getting engaged.
I know, I was thinking about doing that. I thought that'd be
yeah.
really funny.
We had somebody here, Leslie, used Ethan's hand as like the male hand proposing to her. And
She did? Where was that?
on her Instagram.
Oh, well.
I don't know what you're talking about. We were in Paris.
But
We
it
were
was
in
really funny.
Paris.
Yeah, they joked about it.
No kidding. Okay.
But it would have been funny because we're all waiting for Shmano's ring. So I just thought it'd be a really funny joke on
I
everyone.
feel like it could happen this weekend.
Where are you guys going this weekend?
Where
Another
he's
soccer
renting
tournament?
bikes for us,
Oh,
and
that's
we're
right.
biking the cherry
That's
blossoms.
right.
I know. And now, like I said, every day I'm just like
Waiting for it.
Waiting for it. I know. I'm really excited.
This morning you were signing up for more marriage counseling.
We went to all of our marriage counseling classes. Yes.
Oh, you're not signing up for any more? What was he doing?
Oh no, we have like 8 more to go. We were doing
8
the
more? How
natural family planning classes online.
Okay.
Then we have to meet with the priest again because we both did our 175 question survey on how much porn we watch. Now we got to go back.
And read the answers.
Then we've got to go to an all-day seminary class on marriage, strength of marriage, communication, natural planning. But I'm actually happy about the natural planning because that's the one thing that I'm excelling at because I am like not using anything because we want to get pregnant. So like that one I'm down for. I'm like, okay, no sans condoms, let's do this.
You're still using condoms.
I mean, we are, yeah. But I mean, at any time, like
I'm only asking because you have to drink at your wedding.
Of course.
I'm only saying that.
I mean, yeah.
I
Anyway,
couldn't imagine Sarah having a dry wedding.
Me neither. Not
No.
with Shmano. He's like a huge beer drinker.
yep. And he's like open bar all the way. Speaking of that, but did you guys see this? And you two are both millennials. So Ethan, by the way, Ethan has just joined the show. He's like helping us out. He's doing audio. He's helping Luis, our digital content creator, with video. He's interning here at Podcast Village. You see him out on the street. He's an aspiring broadcaster as well. So you may hear him pop in your voice, but you guys are both millennials. And did you see this news story from The Atlantic that millennials are drinking less and less? Like they're really getting sober or they're drinking like once every 3 weeks.
That really does surprise me.
So, because do you believe this? Like, are your friends drinking less, AJ? Like, you guys go out.
Nobody's drinking. The numbers are not decreasing. If anything, they're increasing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. They surveyed 1,000 millennials in their 20s and early 30s, who have begun to make changes in their drinking habits. I mean, I guess that's a small survey, honestly, and contemplating drinking less. Public health efforts, they say, have helped drive down adolescent drinking rates, and the American beverage manufacturers are beginning to hedge their bets on alcohol's future, which isn't looking good. Really?
I do know that the health fitness thing is starting to come up, and so everybody's like, oh, you got to do dry September, dry March. So they're doing a lot of dry months.
Oh.
That's my only thing. Like, everyone's into fitness now, and they're always like, sans alcohol, and I'm like, that's not my diet, though.
They're saying that there's more and more evidence that younger people are having fewer drinks and not drinking on a grander scale. Changes in habit often lag behind changes in attitude.
It saves money.
I mean, I think that's great because I feel like alcohol is so much more damaging than we really focus on. You know what I
Yes.
mean? We always focus on like harder drugs.
Right.
But
Alcohol does take a toll on you.
oh my God, I know so many people that are older alcoholics that then got sober. It's really hard. Yes. A lot of family members, a lot of friends of family. Yeah. Like that drank really, really hard.
There was a guy that for Lent, he only drank beer, and he lost 40 pounds.
I know. I saw. I hate when people do that. It's so ridiculous to me. Like,
It's hilarious. Oh God. Oh, I liked that guy.
but you're right. One of the biggest reasons were the cost of alcohol drinking out. Drinks are now in most cities are an average of $13 for cocktails. Damn. I mean,
How
that's
much?
probably
13?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're drinking real rail shit, like unless you're drinking the worst.
Bingo. We just went to $2 tequila night right down the street.
How was it though? Was it kind of shitty tequila?
It's not the best, no.
Yeah, exactly. It's horrible tequila.
Yeah, but we still drank it willingly. It was $2. It was $2. It's $2. It's okay.
Well, I love having a cocktail almost every night.
I mean, okay, depending on what kind of life you want to lead, more healthy, tone it down a little bit. You want to save some money? Tone it down a little bit. But alcohol's for celebration.
I know. Enjoy it.
Cheers
Live
and
it
right
up.
now.
Cheers and right now. So on top of the Justin Bieber thing too, I wanted to also talk about. There's this really funny. This is not a prank, by the way, but there's a new Japanese device that is now going to let fathers breastfeed in an even more realistic way. Dentsu.com literally is like a set of plastic boobs that you strap on, you fill with mook, and mook. You fill with mook. You
I mean, that's
fill
one way to
with
say it.
milk, and it has like a real rubber nipple that then you just like breastfeed the child.
Now, I like this because it supports stay-at-home dads, right?
Love
when
it.
they want to be kind of like the mom and nurturing, they can just strap this on. And this, to me, like I said in the beginning of the show, is Shmano in a product. Shmano's going to strap that puppy on.
I'm buying this for Shimano. When we have a baby,
For Christmas.
100%. Oh my God, he would love this. I told you, I'm going to have to fight Dan to breastfeed. Like, he is going to like completely want to do it. He is going to be so all about our kid. Oh my God.
I'm a little worried because, well, you do have a high pain tolerance, but I always think that like you're just...
I do? Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? How early when you walk in the hospital can you get the epidural? I do not want to fucking do one contraction.
Well, then it's going to be hard for you to breastfeed because that's like painful. You're literally, it's like a breast exam. You're squishing your boobs all the time. But
Actually, when I went for the breast exam, I did have a mammogram. It didn't hurt that much.
you didn't think mammograms, okay,
No.
see, high pain tolerance.
But she did say, because I have little boobs, that she said it's much easier. But she said when you have big when you have bigger boobs, you got to really, but there's not much to squeeze. It was not that uncomfortable, actually.
Oh, okay, good news.
Latch them on, 2 at a time. Does the neighbor's kids need some milk?
You need like a pump.
Yeah.
I wonder how big your boobs are going to get.
Oh my God, me too. I don't know.
It depends on every woman. Yeah, you could
This is probably why I should adopt, because, you know, I'm already thinking like, oh, I look at Jessica Simpson. You know, oh my God, I just pray to God I don't get that big and that like uncomfortable. It's that seems so bad.
I love how honest she is though. She's so willing to post her fat ass feet like straight to her feed. She's like, take a look at these puppies. They're barking. They're fat. I've been eating fries all day.
God,
She's just
don't let me
chilling.
get like that. It looked so painful. Her boobs looked painful. The stomach
whole
looked
body
painful. Oh,
just like blew up. But do you think it's the eating habits, or really it just can be women that have?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many moms probably listening to this
I know that
podcast.
know,
I can tell
that
us
know.
they're like, great, you've gone from pregnancy shaming, now you're mom shaming.
Oh
Like,
God, no!
look,
I know. We're not though. Like literally, it must be so hard. I can't even imagine.
No, it's more just questions about it. But
It is so many
I
questions.
wondered that too. And like, she had such bad acid reflux, she had to sleep in a recliner. I
Oh.
don't know.
No, that is the most painful. I hate that.
I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, you're so restrictive on all diets too.
A lot of people are talking about the conclusion of Adnan Syed on HBO, the documentary. So, of course, everybody listened to Serial. It really was what put podcasting on the map, even though podcasters hate when people say that, because people are like, I've been podcasting for 15 years. Well, no one gave 2 fucks until Serial came out. So there's the reality.
That is true though. It really
Isn't
did.
it?
It put podcasting on the map.
Yeah, no one cared till then. Now everyone listens, of course, because it was amazing. But they ended the case against Adnan Syed. The finale aired on Sunday night, and a lot of opinion and documentary reviews continue to come out about this, because spoiler alert, by the way. So if you don't want to know the new developments that happened, then you'll want to like tune out for this part of the podcast, because I've been watching. I was obsessed. And we've had Rabia Chaudhry on this show. And Rabia is the friend. She's the one that initially pitched this to Sarah Koenig
Yes.
and NPR and Serial. So anyway, it concluded. You haven't watched it, right? You don't have
Not
HBO.
the HBO. Every podcast, I'm like, what's your login? I will watch it if I have a login.
I know, and I got to give you mine. I just never know it because Schman has it.
So we're actually using Schman's login.
We're actually using Schman's. It was really good. This one takes more of a stance that he's innocent, although I have talked to a few people who have watched it and they felt like he seems guiltier in this 4-part series.
They never leave on a solid note.
They never leave on a solid note. But basically the biggest revelation in this is there really is no DNA evidence, none whatsoever, found in the car that links Adnan. But in this documentary, you see that he was offered a plea deal last fall.
You were mentioning this, and I find this so crazy.
This is the most batshit crazy, because you think about like what you would do in this position, right? He's been in jail like 17 years already, right? Goes to jail in 2001 or something like that. So he's been in jail ever since, 17, 18 years. This past fall, so the city of Baltimore, the state, offers him a deal, 4 more years, admit that you're guilty, and you're done. Like your sentence is over, you're out of jail. So they roll the dice thinking because there's no DNA evidence, because, he didn't get a fair trial, that in fact, maybe, they'll get it completely overturned and he'll be out in 2019. Then it comes out in January, February of this year. They're like, nope, you're not even getting a new trial.
I would have just taken the 4 years and run.
Oh my God. I don't even know what I would do, but I know he doesn't want to admit that he's guilty, but
I know.
I don't know. I have so many questions about that story. That story continues to be fascinating. And it's so sad for the Heyman Lee's family because they relive it every single day.
With all the publicity.
All the publicity. But it's fascinating to me. I'd be curious, what drives me nuts, like I want to hear from their side, is why they believe so strongly that he's guilty.
I know. After hearing the podcast, I don't think that he's guilty. That's always been mine.
In the podcast, you didn't think so? And see, I thought in the podcast they kind of make him, I don't know.
He seems like a dodge. Like he has a lot of like open-ended, the questions weren't really answered, but I just feel like he was so young at that point and he was a teenager. Like they were teenagers. It was a little sketchy with some but you get into a little trouble when you're in high school, like with the drug stuff.
Yeah, smoking weed every day, hanging out with the wrong people. Yeah, I mean, everybody does that. Everybody does that.
I'm not saying everybody, but you know what I mean? It's like very easy to get caught up. It's very easy to get caught up in that when you're a young and don't have that much supervision, like the most that you need. And I just feel like hearing both sides of the story, I really didn't think. And now there's no DNA. It's like, well, then what are we going off of? Accounts.
Like Jay Wilds, who's completely unreliable. And they go into more detail about kind of how many issues with the law he's had and how many times he's changed his story. I know it's funny that they like keep holding on to this story. God, yeah, he needs to be let go. I mean, he's served almost 20 years. I mean, and there's just not enough evidence, it seems like, to keep him.
You were saying that there's no fund for him when he gets out of jail. What is he going to do?
I don't know.
What job can you get with a record?
I think because so many, he now has had so much publicity, I think people would definitely hire him. Because
just to say we got Adnan.
Yeah, I think there's so much fascination.
How is he in jail? Like, is he a respectful?
Yeah, he sounds well adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I mean, he talks about how like the first 5 years you're like, I'm innocent, I'm definitely going to get out.
Yes.
And then after the 5-year mark, you're like, probably not going to get out.
I cannot even imagine.
You imagine day
almost
in, day
20
out.
years in jail. What do you? Oh,
crazy. Some people have now shut down Komodo Island. So the Komodo dragons, of course, are like those really cool. They look like dinosaurs. They're scary as fuck to me. I would
they could
not
literally eat your face off, Sarah.
They have massive claws, huge tongue. And I feel like, can't they get going fast, like when they want to? Like they seem slow, but then they can. Like,
they're fast.
Okay,
If they come at you, you're dead.
Well, the government of Indonesia has now announced that the popular tourist spot Komodo Island will be closing at least through 2020 because of poachers who have been abducting the namesake lizards. An Indonesian publication reports that the island will temporarily restrict access until at least 2020. The dragons will sell sometimes up to $35,000 each. Who the hell wants to harbor one of these?
Is it in like their zoo? They're like, oh, we're gonna build our own Neverland. Let's just get the animal.
Basically, they're smuggling them and selling them on the black market to various people that keep exotic animals.
What?
Yes.
Can you make a Komodo dragon like bag or purse or something? Is that what people use it for?
I think they just keep them to like have them and say that they own a Komodo dragon.
I mean, that is pretty tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Like you pull that shit out?
Yeah, you're just all smoking weed, and he's like, "Guess what I got in my backyard?
I would flip
a
the
fucking Komodo dragon." And you're like, "What?"
I would die.
That's a cool party trick.
Oh,
I would never. I do not condone stealing them. Do Don't.
Oh, like who would want that in their yard?
People are snatching up dragons, Sarah.
Damn. I
They're
don't know. Those
really
things look
dangerous.
scary as hell. They're massive too.
All right, get yourself
They're
a
like
gerbil.
9 feet, like 1,000 pounds. No thanks. Yeah, get yourself a fucking gerbil.
They're massive.
What is with people and exotic animals? Nothing seems worse to me. And now, like, do you ever go, like, when you go to New York City, you see it more, but people, like, always have pythons out and everything. I know,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I know
yeah.
you can, but I'm like, who wants to keep this in your house?
Schmiggy's brother and his wife are very into exotic animals. So
What do they have? What do they have?
they have a little gecko. They have a snake. 2 cats. I think they're always like getting more and more stuff. I think they want a
what
bird.
reason?
They are so into reptiles and like all those cool little things. I mean, I've
And then
held
you've
I've held
got
the
to
snake.
feed it. Like live crickets, you've got to feed it like all
Live
that
mice.
crack. Oh,
You gotta
no.
hold it over, dangle it over. That's if
No.
you have that's if you have a big like a big snake. But
Well, aren't they working on making that thing big or something?
I mean, as big as I can get. It's no anaconda. There's people that have anacondas as pets. And I'm like, that could literally kill you. Like they like holding it. I'm like, bitch, you dead. That could just wrangle your neck up. And you out. What are people doing?
I have no idea. I know.
I'm good with a small little dog.
It's just crap that they ruin it.
And a
Me
guinea
too.
pig.
I don't even want a
Go
dog.
ahead.
I like animals that are
Shmana
outside.
wants a dog.
I like chickens and stuff. Like
Okay, a goat or chicken. No, chickens are so cool. You get eggs every morning. They literally hatch at least an egg a day.
a chicken would be good for us because I don't really want to I need something that's low maintenance.
Oh, forget it. Chicken. No, eggs are not
no,
vegan.
chickens are. Oh yeah, you're right.
Shmana would say,
God damn it.
we ain't having only vegan products in this house.
Only veg, babe. Only veg. Now, I don't know if we want to invite this girl out for a Friday night or if we're not here for her or what, but this story, like, how crazy do you have to be? The Tulsa, Oklahoma woman who was arrested for a DUI while driving on the rims of her vehicle with a full margarita in the cup holder. Like, bitch, you are hardcore.
Let me tell you. First off, this girl is she is from Tulsa, okay? And then she's riding along on her rims. This girl goes so hard living her truth. She's like, fuck it, I've had a rough day. Did she steal this car?
In the mugshot? She just smiles.
She looks happy.
She looks so thrilled. Like,
To be
no
honest
one's
to me,
ever been happier to be arrested.
She looks plain Jane. She looks like she is like the happiest, most wholesome chick in the world. Doesn't she?
Girl,
She
yes.
she looks like her name is like Caitlin or Samantha, and she's just like, hey guys. Would you believe that if you saw that
Amy Dillon is her name.
Amy Dillon, okay, Amy, I see it. If you had her mugshot, like it was a lineup and you had to pick which one, you would never tell me you would pick that.
No,
you
you'd
would
never pick Amy Dillon. No, Amy looks great hammered.
She does.
She does. She apparently had a blood alcohol level of 0.21, which, by the way,
that's like
is massive.
That's
and
massive.
it was climbing, police said.
and it was climbing.
I think you go to jail for like 0.08 or something.
Wait a minute. So she had a
was
margarita,
like 4 times the legal limit. Oh no, she'd been drinking all day. When police arrested her, they said they could hear her coming down the street because she was riding on straight rims. There were sparks, shit, like going everywhere. Like she was like straight sparks,
She was wrangling, dangling down the street, clopping along.
popping along straight on the rims.
Oh my God.
They could hear her coming.
Yo, this girl is so much fun. This girl,
Look at this chick.
Amy knows how to party.
Amy knows how to. She knows how to have a blast.
Full margarita. It's probably just
margarita in the
dripping
cup.
all over the place because she's, riding along with rims.
They said to Amy, "How many drinks did you have?" 2 shots of tequila. They were like, "Bitch, get out of the vehicle." Look at her. She looks refreshed. Have you ever seen a drunk person look better in your life? Like that woman needs to keep drinking.
She barely has bags under her eyes.
And
Do you know what I would look like in that
not even
situation?
bloodshot.
Not even bloodshot.
Oh my God, I would look like a hot mess. I would
Amy
look
looks
I would look
fantastic.
like Lindsay Lohan sans third arrest, like
Amy
just when
look
she was so beat up.
She's like well rested. She's been sleeping for 10 hours. She's woken up, has a little bed head.
Her teeth couldn't be whiter. Obviously, that margarita salt worked well on her teeth.
Yo, those are some nice teeth.
Fucking her teeth are super white.
All right, she's not a smoker. Or she
That's
gets teeth
great.
whitening.
She looks so good drunk. Good for you, girl.
And nobody else was in the car. She was just like on her way to the next bar.
No,
But, like,
she's
had
going
to-
to jail for a long time. But
Her margarita was in the cup holder. She had a roadie. She was just like on her way to like continue the night.
on her way.
Amy, I've also joined Bubble Friends. So if you're just like, riding through DC on your rims and you just want to hop on Bubble Friends, I would love to get a drink with you.
Amy, I don't think is going to have a license for a very long time. But if you want to take the bus from Tulsa, we'll pick you up for sure at Union Station. Like, we'll come and get your ass.
Oh, God. Do you think
It's
she
a
would
good
like
time.
open for interviews? We should totally have her on the show.
100% she should. Yeah.
Be like, Amy, how do you make a margarita?
Amy, how do you drive a
first-
vehicle on its rims? Question number one.
I thought only one was on rims. Is this all four on rims?
No,
Because
the
like,
front
how do
two.
you... The
front
front
two.
two? What
Yes.
is this, Flintstones?
I have driven. I've been in a vehicle that rode on the rims once, on one rim. It was with Sammy.
Where were you?
I had lost my license for criminal speeding, and he
Oh,
picked
great.
me up.
Okay.
And his tire was shredded. Like, I'm talking shredded. It was on the rim.
That is so Sammy K.
We get in the car. He's got like a foot of trash. Like, that's just that you get your feet on.
Oh my God.
We start driving. I'm like, dude, there's something wrong. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you can hear it. I'm like, we're grinding against the ground. This is like a smart car. We could hear the fucking dirt kicking up in the wheels. I'm like, dude, something's wrong. He goes, okay. Pulls over at a 7-Eleven. The tire is shredded. We are on the rim. The rims are bent. I'm like, dude, you didn't know this when you picked me up? He's like, yeah, I thought I heard something. What?
I'm dead.
What in the gods? That's like what Sammy K's car was starting to look like because it was like on the rims.
Is this girl for real?
This girl is dead for real. This
Is this
story is
girl for
real.
real?
This story is real. Yeah,
Those are not even...
I know.
It's not even a rim. That is like a pinwheel that's just like... How is that even still connected to the car? Was she off-roading at all? Like, I don't even understand how somebody can stay on a straight...
Amy is.
Amy is Wonder Woman.
I know Amy.
Amy is doing the most. And the least. Goddamn, at the same time.
I want to hit
Wow.
4 things that are popping really quickly, and then we're going to have Sophia on from The Last Cry. So really quick, for 4 things that are popping is everything going on in pop culture news that you need to know about. Eric Holder has been arrested in Nipsey Hussle's murder. He was captured yesterday in California, as you know, after the murder of Nipsey happened on Sunday. A lot of mixed reports coming out, but 29-year-old Eric Holder, they are saying, was in on and off arguments throughout the day on Sunday with Nipsey, then returned with a gun, ends up opening fire and kills Nipsey Hussle. On top of that, he was with a woman who was driving his getaway vehicle who ended up calling into TMZ. Calls into
report?
TMZ, says, hey, yeah, I was the woman that was with Nipsey. Not with Nipsey, but with Eric Holder, the murder suspect. I had no idea that he was going to do a murder while I was waiting for him in the alley.
What?
And they were like, you need to not be calling us. You need to be calling police. She calls police. And supposedly, according to this CBS News report, that the LAPD are not going to arrest her as of yet.
Because she admitted to it, first off.
Right. So after she calls TMZ, they're like, you need to be calling the police.
Well, TMZ is now the source, guys.
TMZ is the source, though.
So call up
They
TMZ
get
over a 911.
amazing stories. Supposedly, she sat down and talked to police yesterday. She says she had no idea what was about to happen.
Wow.
So insane. And as you guys know, over the past couple of days, more and more about Nipsey's legacy and everything that he was doing for the community. And Crenshaw has come forward with the businesses that he owned and everyone that was helping, some amazing videos and tributes, but so sad. And his family members and Lauren London, his long time.
Really one of the saddest things is the family.
So heartbreaking. Like and it sucks because when something like that happens, nothing is private for them. So you
Right.
see, I saw the video that was released, I think, of Lauren running into the hospital when she was obviously arriving. It was like so heartbreaking. I
couldn't watch that.
Very, very sad. And you've just seen how much he meant to that community and to so many people worldwide. So we'll see where it goes from that arrest.
The tribute videos are amazing.
Yeah. Kourtney Kardashian now has a signature salad that's on Poosh that is getting a ton of backlash because everyone's saying that it probably tastes like shit and doesn't really qualify as a salad.
All right, read me the ingredients to the salad.
Okay, so here are the ingredients. Okay, this is Kourtney's signature salad. Half an avocado sliced, 2 hard-boiled eggs quartered, okay, 1 hot house tomato, but no slicing instructions, 2 tiny balls of fresh mozzarella, salt, pepper, and olive oil. That's it. And most of the time, Kourtney doesn't eat the cheese. How is this a salad? This is like avocado with some garnish. I mean, are you
There's
kidding?
no leaves. There's straight up no leaves.
None. They're
love how
calling
they-
it, quote, healthy and fulfilling. Fulfilling to who?
I could see. Why don't you just eat 2 hard-boiled eggs? That's really all it is.
It's 2 hard-boiled eggs with some slices of avocado.
Okay, it's like white people guacamole.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Avocado and eggs. Is that racist? I'm Mexican. I can say guacamole.
Don't ask me. I'm the worst, Gage. I don't even know how we linked up because I have like the worst.
What comedians, all right?
We're internet comedians. That's what I tell people now. I'm an internet comedian. What do you want from me?
Come on.
What do you want?
Okay, so you mean to tell me that her dressing consists of olive oil.
That's it. Salt and pepper.
If that is not the most driest recipe ever, I could literally Bible die. That sounds so narsed.
Would you eat that for lunch?
Courtney, I wouldn't. I mean, I guess if I was trying to starve myself.
I love how they give you directions about cut the eggs quarterly, cut the avocado, don't have the full one, have half. Like you can't even give yourself a full avocado.
I know. Treat yourself, for
Treat
God's sake.
yourself. I don't know. This salad seems unfulfilling to me.
I don't know how these people eat this little. I mean, really.
I would be starving and
just
always hangry.
I literally, before we got on today, had a full bagel and half the tub of cream cheese. Like half. I did. I don't even calorie count. I'm like,
it looked so good. I gave up bread, among other things, for Lent. So everybody was like, oh, you're not going to have a bagel? I was like, I gave up bread, damn it.
you look really good. You look like you've lost weight. You look
Really?
great
Because
before,
I feel like well, regardless, we won't even get into it, but
you look really good. Do you feel good?
thanks. No.
I know. That's what people are always like. I feel so good giving up carbs. No, you don't.
No, I truthfully don't.
No, you don't feel any different.
Easter Day, I'm going to go and hit up my favorite pizza spot. I'm going to get a fat one with pepperoni. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Jeffree Star, his makeup facility was robbed. A lot of people are happy about this because people hate Jeffree Star. $2.5 million and stuff. He's the YouTube star who is known for his makeup. The majority of stolen goods were from his skincare concealer line. He's been working with the FBI reportedly because the intruders cut a hole in the roof of his storage facility, went in, let other people in, loaded things up on carts, pushed them out of sight of the cameras, loaded it up and gone.
They said this was a 6-man operation.
6-person operation.
And they went in through the roof?
Yeah.
That's pretty...
Mm-hmm. The makeup mafia is apparently a thing.
Makeup mafia? Is that what they're calling themselves? Okay, what? Like, being in a gang is like, that sounds really tough. But you're like, yeah, we're part of the makeup mafia. I'm sorry.
We steal concealer. Oh my God, Jeffree
well,
is just
Jeffree
so.
Star.
I don't know why, but I think because he's just so odd looking, I get obsessed with looking at him.
Well, he has the most interesting. He's got tattoos all over his body.
Right.
He always has a different wig on. He's got the long nails, and he's always doing different makeup styles. I can't keep up with him.
I can't keep up.
His
either.
life is exhausting. Do you watch him on Snapchat at all?
No, only on YouTube. I will watch some of his YouTube videos.
His life is just absurd to me. He like takes you inside his mansion, and it's just like, what am I even looking at? Like, what am I?
The only parts that I really like is when he calls out everybody else. Like that's my favorite. Like, and when he reviews other makeup and he's like, okay, trash, bitch, trash. And then he's exhausted. You're like, okay.
He's marketed himself very well. Just
Genius.
doing YouTube videos, and he has 2.5 million merchandise to be stolen.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to steal from me? My bent up Jeep?
4 nickels
Don't
in
try it.
our rims. Yeah.
Don't try it. My fake Gucci belt? Don't try it. Joke's on you. Ethan loved to ask me, he's like, hey, AJ, is that a real Gucci belt? I was like, no, I bought this on Amazon. He was
We
like,
don't
oh,
stand Gucci right now.
you're right. I shouldn't even be wearing Gucci. But like, I bought it a while ago, and he called me out, and I was honest about it. I was like, it's fake. I don't wear it anymore, but...
Because I got on you about it. That's the only reason you don't
But I
wear it
wasn't
anymore.
embarrassed. Right. I wasn't embarrassed about the fakeness. I was just embarrassed about wearing Gucci and not representing what they had done. So.
Facts.
Yeah, but the fact that it was fake, you didn't care.
No, everybody has one of them.
Everyone has the
You
fake
gotta
one.
fake out at least one of your items.
I mean, I don't, but like,
boy, sit down.
I don't have a belt, period. Like,
I don't have a belt, period. Last story, and then Sophia's going to come on. Really quickly, tonight premieres Martha and Snoop. Their show is back, Martha and Snoop's Potluck. They ended up deciding to do AJ's obsessed with this. Their kind of like teaser trailer was of
Was
what
a
is
spoof
it? Spoof of what's the
Titanic.
movie? Thank you, Titanic.
Okay, let
But
me just
see,
tell
I
you
don't
why I'm
know.
obsessed with this show.
I feel like these two have had sex. Like it's hard for me to watch them.
Is
I
there-
really do.
Is there a weird sexual tension between the two of them?
Definitely.
I just love that somebody created the show and it actually passed through, and they have actual crew working on this show. Imagine working on this in the show.
I think it'd be awesome.
Imagine.
Like you hit the
The
biggest
blunts
blunt
passed
and
around.
Then,
Then you get to enjoy Martha's dishes.
well, I think Martha would be a nightmare to work with, but maybe Hi, she's better.
For sure. I think that's why she started smoking with Snoop. She was like, you know what? I need to chill.
Yeah. She really does. But I don't know. They have weird chemistry to me for some reason, like sexual chemistry. Like,
Well, these promos are a little on the
shit's gone
edge.
down. Yeah.
They're very touchy.
Are we going to play it?
Roll
yeah,
the
here we
clip.
go. Get you some sound.
Possibly
Maybe.
on the video.
I'm
So
splendid to see you.
Okay, I don't know. Like it's, yeah. Okay.
the sound? Is the
No sound?
So they're in the kitchen. They're in the kitchen with wind blowing in their like making it look like they're on the front of the ship, like in the movie.
Open your eyes.
Sexual tension for sure.
I'm frying. Martha, I'm frying.
I can't. On VH1 tonight. 10 o'clock.
Cannot wait.
Oh my God, too much with those two. But they are fun. I mean, they're
I don't know, breaking cultural boundaries. That's why I like it. Coming
Yeah.
together. Like you would never expect those two together, and I love that they're friends. They may have boned one time. Who's to say?
who's to say?
Who's to say?
All right, let's get Sophia in here. She is an amazing filmmaker. We love that. We love supporting women. She has just done the movie The Last Cry, which is award winning. It's won awards from New York City to LA. We're going to put her right where AJ is. Hi, she's so cute. Come on in, Sophia. Yeah.
Hello.
Come on and sit right down. You're amazing. Filmmaker. I love it.
Thank you.
I am so excited. Hop right on that mic. We're going to get you to stand right there. So we were, before you even got to the studio, we were talking about this film. You've won awards. It's been premiered from coast to coast. Tell everybody really quickly the premise of this film. And then AJ actually wanted to know if this was at all based on your real life.
No, it's not based on my real life, but there's a little bit of it in the film. So when people hear The Last Cry and they see the trailer, they think it's about domestic violence and someone who's been abused and becomes someone very powerful with courage. But actually, there's a little twist to it. There's a little bit of fiction in it. And a lot of people get surprised. And they're like, oh, wow, I didn't expect that. There's a bracelet that gives her strength. And there's a backstory to it. There's a secret fighting organization that she's actually a member of. She's supposed to be a member of, but she doesn't know it until she goes through this journey. So, and the reason why I made this film was because I love empowering women.
Yes.
And that was the main thing. I have 5 sisters. And
Wow.
yes, there's a lot of women in my family, and I said I need to make something that will empower. And I think this film did just that.
Oh my God, it's so
Yes.
awesome. It is. It's like almost like Karate Kids meets women's rights.
Yes.
It's like amazing.
Yes.
I'm so excited about this. So we've been hearing over the past couple of years, especially there's been this just rise of female movie makers because it's really hard. It's still a very male dominated business.
It is very hard.
I'm always curious how people initially got started. We have a lot of female entrepreneurs in here, and it's like, how did you even get the money to make film number 1? Because I'm assuming this isn't your first film, is it?
Well, it is my first film.
Really?
Yes. So
Wow.
I actually started acting. I went to the National Conservatory of Dramatic Arts, and I did an acting program there for 2 years. So I did a lot of acting for 4 years, and I was able to meet a lot of people, network, connect with a lot of people. So that's how I was able to say, one day I went to this event, and there was Linda Carter there. She did.
Oh, yeah, sure. The original Wonder Woman.
The original Wonder
Yeah.
Woman. She just gave a beautiful, motivating speech, and from there I was like, oh my gosh, I want to do something, and and I love writing. I've been writing since I was a little girl. I just never pursued it because that was never the right thing to do as per my family. I needed to get a real job.
Right.
So I never pursued writing. So I said, you know what, I'm going to write something empowering and just something that will make a difference. And that's where I got the idea. And it was started with a 5-minute film. It was going to be a 5-minute short film. And somehow, some way, it just grew and it became, now it's a 40-minute.
Wow.
And now it's going to be a series. So I'm just so blessed. I'm very blessed, but it was very hard. Very hard.
So I'm assuming self-funded.
Yes.
So self-funded, or you're borrowing money from people. You're making this happen because you have actors in it. You guys shot in New York City. Some of the images are just beautiful. So
Everyone was paid, and I actually self-funded it, and I did get sponsors for the screenings.
Yep.
So I was able to get sponsors. A lot of people supporting, people I knew, people I don't know. So just very blessed.
That's
But-
amazing. I mean, it's so cool to see somebody have a dream, because I think people get stuck on just like how you do the next step and the next step and the next step. You know, I think people psych themselves out too, thinking, well, you know, I've never made a film. Like how am I going to compete with I think too, people get in their minds, or at least I do for me. It's like, well, how am I going to compete against Steven Spielberg, or how am I going to, you know, but you just really made this goal. You wanted to do it, and
I just kept pushing forward. I just kept going, and I wanted to give up a lot of times. I would say at least 10 times. I said, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this, especially because people did not believe in me at the beginning. I would go up to somebody and say, I have this project. I'm like, okay, yeah, call me later. Just ignore me. So that was the hardest part, getting a lot of rejections at the beginning, and especially from male filmmakers.
Yes.
It was more, I felt like it was like, they didn't believe in me and they didn't want me to do this. So I was until finally I came across somebody who was very nice, very humble, and just willing to help me. And his name is Chuck Young, and he was able to help me with getting all this together, with the writing and the fight choreography, because he's a martial artist. So he does martial arts, and I was able to make this happen. But it was very challenging. Yes, I had to switch DPs, director of photography, many times, because some of the people I had initially were just not working out, or they just wanted to control everything. That was the biggest thing.
Yes, right. People always want to tell you what you should be doing, and you're like, no, this is my vision. Yeah, and I feel like it's really funny as a woman. I don't know, maybe men feel this way too, but I feel like as a woman, people especially want to tell you what to do. Like men really want to tell you how you should be doing it.
Yeah, and they don't like it when we're telling them what to do.
They really don't.
They hate it. That was the biggest challenge as well. Just being able to have somebody listen to me. Hey, hello, I'm funding this, you know.
Yeah, right. It's my own money.
It's my project. But yes, that was very challenging. But I think after this, a lot of people now have some respect for me as a filmmaker.
I'm hoping so. Yeah.
You know, this one guy told me, you know, you're not a filmmaker, right? And in my head, I didn't answer. I said, okay, but I did make a film, but okay. Yeah, I got a lot of...
it's amazing what people will tell you. It's just unbelievable.
And it's men.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think, you know, we should all support each other. You know, we can be smart too. You know, we can be powerful too. So I don't know.
I think people are just, you know, instead of focusing on their own talents and what they bring and unique and what they can only offer, I think people spend a lot of time getting worried about, are you going to steal my shine? Are you? And, you know, but I always say to people, whether it's going into broadcasting or filmmaking or whatever, every industry you're in, finance, real estate, everything is competitive. Everything. There's billions of people now in the world. Everybody's competing to do something, you know. But if you're good and you bring your own unique talent, you'll always have a place.
Yes,
you know,
you always have a place. I don't
support
worry about
others.
That. Yes, but people just want to focus on other people. Like I'm in the real estate business too. So when I started real estate very young, I was about 18. A lot of people I became top producer very quickly, and it was because I was just focused on my goals, on my clients. I wasn't looking at anybody else, and people would ask me, like, how do you do it? How do you close so many deals? And I said, because I'm not worried about what other people are doing. I'm just worried about what I'm doing and just doing the best for people, just helping people out.
That's such a good lesson.
Yeah, so just
so easy to compare.
Tell us a little bit about, and then you know, there's still some tickets available, so the public can come. It's this Sunday. The screening is happening. But before we give all the specifics of where people can find it and come and participate, tell us a little bit about the actors and actresses, how you got them on board, who's in this film.
So most of the actors were actors I worked with in the past.
Okay.
So as I was writing the film, I thought to myself, okay, this guy will be great for this role. This other guy will be great for this. So that's how I was able to put it all together. I did casting for one of the actresses. She's one of the lead roles. She plays Joy, and she came from New York. So that was the only actor that I had not worked with before, but she's amazing. And also the young Joy, I also hadn't worked with her before, but she was amazing as well. So I kind of have an idea of who I wanted on the film as I was writing it.
That, I mean, the actors in it, just the trailer that I've seen so far is so good. I mean, they were really like high quality. I was like, this is great.
Yes.
You're killing it.
Thank you.
We always like, I think, you know, because people that listen to this podcast are in their own industries trying to rise, potentially trying to start a business. What advice do you give? Like, you know, what's some advice that stuck with you that you give to other people that might be kind of unique? That you would say for other, I got this great advice from a female businesswoman who I admire, who's still a mentor of mine. And she said, you know, lots of times in life, things have to be done twice. And I didn't really know what she meant until I was telling this to AJ. But then when you get in it, you're like, oh, yeah, lots of times like an edit needs to be done twice. Your contract needs to be done, because things always take time longer than you think. And I love that advice with her is like things always take, usually double the time.
I would say one of the advice I would give to people is be persistent and don't wait on others. So a lot of times projects don't get done because people are waiting on others to get things done.
Yes.
So I have deadlines. So I put my deadlines, and that's the reason why I had to move on and let go of some people because they weren't able to meet the deadlines. And I understand everyone has personal stuff, going on, issues. But at the end of the day, if you're hired to do something, I expect that to be delivered at a timely manner. So I think for me, what really helped me get this film done within a year was being able to move on if someone did not perform as I expected. Yes. And I know it's hard. And it's because
it's tough. It's tough to have those conversations. It's really hard. Yeah, believe me, we struggle with that. I talked to AJ about that.
But
it's
if
tough.
it's not getting done, you need to move on.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's about the project.
Yeah. I was just going to ask, what advice do you have for somebody who wants to go into directing or producing or filmmaking, somebody who's super young, doesn't have any experience, even a woman too?
I would say just network, meet people, talk to everyone. I always have this story when I was young, when I started real estate, I was friends with a janitor. I was a receptionist for a realtor, and I was friends with a janitor. And one day I told him, I want to do what they're doing. I want to get my real estate license. And he's like, yeah, okay, well, if you do, I'll help you. And I said, really? He's like, yes. So then I got my real estate license. He was my first client with his wife. And not only that, but he referred me to so many clients. He was from Ethiopia. And he referred me to so many clients. I kept top producer because of him. So I would say just talk to everyone. Like, it doesn't matter who it is.
You don't know. And that is great advice too.
And don't close anybody out. You know?
Don't. I believe everyone's equal. It doesn't matter what they're doing, whether it's a janitor or a cleaning person, everyone is equal. And I think humbleness, just being humble will get you far in life. No matter what you've accomplished. And a lot of people, I think, fail in that. They accomplish so much and then they're like,
they forget.
They forget where they came from.
Sophia,
love that
that's
advice.
awesome. So there are still tickets available. The screening is happening this Sunday night. It's April 7th. The film is The Last Cry. It's a red carpet DC premiere event, 5 to 8 p.m. It's at Gala Hispanic Theater, 3333 14th Street Northwest, of course, in Washington, D.C. Tickets are just $15. It's so going to be a terrific event. You've been kind enough. I'm so excited to work with you. I'm going to be hosting the Q&A, the red carpet. We're going to have a terrific night. Dress code is, of course, dress to impress, Hollywood chic, stylish, and you can, of course, have fun with it. The film is The Last Cry. It's an award-winning 40-minute film of a physically and mentally abused woman who goes on a journey to self-discovery by unraveling her past. The main character, Samantha, evolves from a state of hostility and vulnerability to a superhero-like character.
Yes.
I love that description. Sophia, did we say your name, the last name right? Is it Pellegrino?
Yes, Pellegrino.
Pellegrino.
Yes,
Love
like
it.
the water.
Like the seltzer water.
You are terrific.
Thank you so much for having me.
You guys definitely support this woman. Where can people find out more? Where can people follow you on social media? Where can they see more?
TheLastCryMovie.com and on social media, The Last Cry Film.
Oh my God, we love you.
Yes.
Girl, I will see you on Sunday night.
Thank you. I'll see you on Sunday. I'm excited. Thank you
so much. We'll see you. AJ and I will see you guys on Monday. Aj, are you good?
Yes, I'm good.
All right, Aj.
That was amazing.
We're out of here.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Rock the Casbah. Rock the Casbah.